Welcome back everyone. Today we're visiting Sea Life Great Yarmouth. You can see this starfish down here has lost one of its legs. And actually you can grow those legs back and it takes about a year. The fish are eating dirt off the starfish. These fish here all used to be pets, and the owners found they grow too big for the tanks. It is a myth that a fish will only grow to the size of the tank it is kept in. Do not do it. Research what you're buying. They have Humboldt penguins here at Great Yarmouth Sea Life. I think as all sea lives go, they've got very little land and very little water. These are the ones here that maybe shouldn't have them. Yeah, I feel like they need a lot more space than they have, sadly. But Sea Life as a whole are the most successful breeders of penguins in the UK, but that could also be because they hold them across multiple sites. So they've got a lot of penguins to breed from. Again, it's one of those really cool things for people, like you can actually go into this dome and see them swimming like that. However, it is still taking up a minor amount of their water space, where they could just have a bit more space to swim faster. And that's again, they're really fast in the water and they need to just zoom. We saw at Paris Zoo, them jumping, diving in and out of the water, going really fast. And here, he's just going in little circles over it because he hasn't got the space to do that sort of behaviour. Another minor flaw in this enclosure is that boundary between what is there for the animals and what is there for humans. So you can see they get this floor space here, and obviously it goes in there where they can have their little nest boxes. But these rocks here at the back aren't rocks they can have access to. I'm guessing there's some kind of pipe system in there for the waterfall that goes over there. But that's land space lost that's for humans to look at. It looks pretty but doesn't benefit the animal. And again, there's quite a lot that this goes back there. I know there are nest boxes down here, you can see one in there. But I don't think they go back all the way to that corner. So this could have been possibly pushed back a bit and given them again more space to walk around, or make this pool a bit larger. All these little things to benefit them. I do wonder if Great Yarmouth Sea Life has the space to expand this enclosure in the future, or if maybe it's a species that should be moved on to some of the other sea lives and then have something that can cope in a smaller space here. There's a lot of things that are affecting penguin populations at the moment. So stoats, ferrets, rats, dogs and cats are all really high predatory species for them. But also humans disturb their nesting sites. So warming sea temperatures in the last 50 years have meant that vital food species such as the krill have moved further south, so there's just less food for them in their areas. And also when you consider the food you eat and buy, fish-wise, anything caught by nets, fisheries do catch penguins, especially in gill nets are used. So that itself is a big threat to penguins. So as I said before, Sea Life is part of the breeding program for penguins. There are only 10,000 breeding pairs of Humboldt penguins left in the wild. All of the penguins here are born in captivity, so none are taken from the wild. And that's obviously to help maintain wild populations, and maybe someday these can get put back into the wild once we can help stabilise the native populations. All 17 species of penguin are now protected from egg collection and hunting. The Antarctic Treaty was signed by 12 nations and enabled the protection of Antarctica as living resources. So that's a look up for Antarctica and the animals that live there. And although the Humboldt is actually from Peru, this treaty will still help them. So as you probably hear, Anna's very excited about the yellow submarine, and you can go inside it. There's some viewing ports in there and some little computers where you can do some educational bits. So you used to be able to do quizzes in it. It looks like you still can, except none of the 4 screens seem to work. this grass screen is where their crocodiles make a nest. And the grass is there so the crocodiles feel a bit safer and more secure, so they're more likely to lay eggs. They have these really nice bits showing you sign language. There's crocodile, there's penguins with the penguins. I like that. So these are red belly piranha. Their bellies aren't that red. There is a red light down there making it look more red. The ones in the background are more how red they actually are. That one there in the middle, probably the best example. These are blind cavefish. This species is native to North America and Mexico. We did see a species of blind cavefish in Madagascar, a species that is only found in a cave in Madagascar. That one was a lot smaller and swam upside down. All above our heads are leafcutter ants going across these ropes here. From this tank here, this one over there where they've got a little bit of a hands-on thing. They just had an African land snail out. They've got some stick insects there as well. That was the archerfish spitting at me. It's decided I'm a threat, I think, or possibly food. That's why the lens is now wet. So archerfish shoot water out accurately at insects in the tree to knock them out of the tree and eat them. It is actually a really fascinating behaviour, and it is learned. They don't instinctively do it at the beginning, they can miss, and they learn the skill as they grow older, usually following and copying older fish. The axolotl is critically endangered, but what makes them really interesting is they spend their entire life in their juvenile stage, never actually metamorphosing into the adult stage. That makes them unique among amphibians. So the sex of a turtle when it hatches is determined on how warm it's been. Hot creates girls, cold creates boys. Unfortunately, global warming now means the majority of turtles are hatching female. If this keeps up, the species will go extinct because there'll be no males left. So in all these clownfish here, there's only one female. And the rest of them are male. If the female dies, the lead male will become female. This means in Finding Nemo, when Nemo's mum died, his dad should have become his mum. Ooh.
What do you think?
It's harder than I thought it was.
They're really, really hard, aren't they? You know, you would think they'd be quite soft, squidgy, even maybe a little bit slimy.
Oh wow!
They're really like a rock almost. They're so weird.
Yeah.
I think I was expecting more of like a leathery kind of feel, not that bumpy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Right, and that brings us to the end of Sea Life Great Yarmouth. It is a really well themed sea life centre. I like that. And they've got a new touch pool at the end. We've got a touch of starfish. That was nice. And the education value is very good, especially the sign language. I'd like to see that in more places, showing you rough sign language. But the more we know in that, the better it is for people with disabilities, you know, hearing impairments. So that's really nice to have that in there. And as attractions in the local area go, it's probably the best one in my opinion. Like, it's really worth visiting. We've got the Middle Village. Middle Village is really nice too. But there's just a lot of arcades down here, and Sea Life is something very different in the area that you can go visit. You know, you've got animals and things here to go look at. And yeah, it's not just fish and you know, reptiles, so you know, you've got the ants, the snails. It's really nice to go see all of that. So it's a nice blend of just all little things Sea Life have to offer in one area. And that's well worth it. One thing Anna did point out when I go around, no seahorses at the moment, which actually surprised me. So they usually have those in a lot of the Sea Life centres. I've never really noticed before that this one doesn't have them. But yeah, definitely a good day out. Thanks for joining me guys, hope to see you next time. Bye!